Hi, I'm Gabrielle Trupiano, and I attend Baton Rouge Magnet High School. I take AP Art History 7th hour, and today I'm going to be talking about the carved commemorative panel, which is a piece I saw whenever we took our class field trip to NOMA. So I'm going to do that with F2C2, and I'll compare it to another Indigenous American artwork at the end of this presentation. So a little ID on the piece is that this particular artwork can be attributed to the Mayan culture. It was found in El Cayo, Mexico, and it's speculated to be from around 760, but we're not positive. We do know it was carved out of limestone and painted with a red pigment afterwards. The red pigment has mostly faded, but you can still see a few spots of it if you look at the piece. And I do have a picture of that on my phone to show you guys. So this is the carved commemorative panel, and you can see that there are 3 figures and a border around them. So a little form on this piece is that it is rectangular and it has high and low relief carvings. The borders are surrounding the 3 figures who are standing in the center of the piece. The borders contain written hieroglyphics, and there are also vertical lines along the figures, and you can see those right there. And they also contain hieroglyphics. So as you can see, there's not a lot of negative space in the piece. The 3 figures are in a row, and there's one kneeling looking down, and there's one facing forward and in the very center, and he really captures your attention. And there's also one along the side turned to the sides towards the main figure. So both of those figures do face the man in the center, and it brings all of the attention to him. They're also smaller than him, so it does represent hierarchy of scale. He's clearly the most important in the picture, and so everything directs your eye to him, including the slope of each figure's headdress. We also know that this piece was depicted in the red pigment, and that could show the main figure's nobility. So, moving on to function, it can function both politically and socially. It was made for a fire entering ceremony to commemorate the man's death. He was an important military leader, and this was made in honor of him after he died. So this piece can be considered a funerary piece. Some content about the piece is that it shows the Mayans really worshiped their leaders and appreciated them. So the military chief is wearing the most elaborate headdress, and he's adorned in jewelry. The man next to him can be speculated to be a priest, and the kneeling man could either be a servant or a sacrifice. We don't know. We can only speculate because the only thing that the artwork said was that the military leader in the center's name was Judge Khan. I'm sorry if I mispronounce anything. But the artwork shows that their elaborate writing system was important to them, so they integrated it into all their artworks. So Judge Khan changed his name to Chan Chokwayib. I'm so sorry. I'm pretty sure I just butchered that. But he also went by Sky Youth Dreamer, which is way easier for me to say. And he was really significant to his community, and whenever he died, they made this panel in his honor, and they had a fire entering ceremony, and it memorialized his death. So this piece was really important to them, and they had the scribes that made it, they signed it, and they wrote a little bit about him in the hieroglyphics, so it's really important. And I'm going to move on and talk about change over time. And so although these pieces are not alike, they're from different times and different peoples, we do see a similarity in them. So I'm going to be talking about my carved commemorative panel, and then also I'm going to mispronounce this as well. We did talk about it in class. It's called the Koyalki, I'm so sorry, the stone from Templo Mayor. So they're both carved in stone, which was a really popular method of creating art for the indigenous Americas. We see a lot of high and low relief carvings. And they also both depict figures. One is of a deity, and she actually died as well, so they both could be funerary. And there's also hieroglyphics on both stones, and you could just see that over time that the Aztecs also used the same techniques that the Mayans did. And that's my vlog. Thanks for watching.